Welcome to ABC Interactive English. I'm Nina.
And I'm Mike. And yeah, here we are back with you guys. We're so happy you could join us today for part 2 of our very interesting and I would say important look at some good advice here. Don't follow the crowd.
Yeah.
Don't go along with your friends, especially if they're doing things that you don't really feel are right to do, are good to do. You're doing it because your friends are doing it and you don't want to feel different or outside the group, but in your heart, you're like, I don't think we should be doing this.
Indeed.
We're talking about how we need to get the strength and the confidence to stand up, listen to our heart, and speak up when we're doing or we're in groups that are doing things that we really don't think are good. Now, we were talking about this earlier. We had similar experiences at school. You grew up here and you kind of come from a different place from many students. I went to school in other countries when I was growing up. I talked funny and played weird sports. So not being part of the crowd was kind of normal for us at different times when we were young. How was that experience for you?
Well, in my case, I was the only different looking kid in school. So some of the girls would bully me or say bad things about me, but people started following the crowd. And they would either bully me too or not speak up because they didn't want to be an outcast.
Right. It's of course bad to follow along and do the mean things, but it's almost as bad to follow along and just be like, I'm not going to say anything. I know that's wrong, but I'm not going to say anything.
So I wish more people would think for themselves and not always follow the crowd.
That is definitely true. And of course, you can find your own crowd. That's kind of what I was able to do. Some of the kids would bully me, but I found a bunch of friends. Many of them were like me. They came from other countries, other places. They looked different. And so I kind of made my own cooler crowd. And eventually, you know, I found my group. Eventually, the kids stopped bullying us because they saw that it wouldn't bother us. So if you have that personal strength, it is difficult sometimes, but you can stand up for yourself and maybe show others that there's a better way to do it. So you can be the crowd of kindness that they start to follow instead. Wouldn't that be good? All right, guys, let's get to our article. We've got great stuff to read about, so let's check it out.
Okay.
For some people, following the crowd is easier. Their desire to fit in is really strong. Also, they may not have the courage to speak up. If you find yourself in a herd situation, stop for a second. Then ask yourself, am I really this kind of person? And do I want people to like me more than being myself?
All right, let's get into our article for today and see what we can learn about this very important topic. It says, for some people, following the crowd is easier. Okay, some people really want to be part of that group. They really want to be, you know, a member of that herd, like the sheep. So for them, following the crowd is easier. And as it says, their desire to fit in is really strong. They really want to fit in. They really want to feel like they're part of the group. And the idea of feeling like they're different or outside of the group, that's terrifying. So they would do almost anything to fit in. And that's where you can start to do things that maybe you know are not good, but you're afraid if you don't do them, you won't fit in, and that is much scarier.
Yes, kind of like the case of when I was bullied. They didn't really speak up because they wanted to fit in.
Exactly.
Or they were worried that they wouldn't be part of the group.
There you go. And that word fit in, or that phrase fit in, it just means to be part of the group, right? When you go to a certain type of party, or when you're maybe watching a sports event, you might wear a certain kind of clothing to fit in, right? Everyone else is wearing their NBA Lakers shirt, so I'll wear mine too. I'm going to a basketball game in LA. I want to fit in. And of course, that will make you seem and feel more like part of the group. But maybe it's a group that you shouldn't really want to fit in with.
Indeed. Also, they may not have the courage to speak up. So the people who just follow the crowd, they may not have the courage. So courage is the bravery to do something scary. For example, it takes courage to speak in front of many people. So in this case, they don't have the courage to speak up and say, hey, I don't agree with what you're doing.
Yeah, and that word courage and bravery, as you said, they kind of mean the same thing. You know it's dangerous, you know it's tough, but you're still gonna do it. All right, let's go check in with Tina. She's got good stuff to tell us all about, and then we'll be back.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Tina. 今天我们继续聊一聊随波逐流这个主题。先来看一下刚刚课文里提到的单字 Courage 名词勇气 Jenny has the courage to try new things. Jenny 有勇气尝试新事物。文法的部分则是提到了 fit in 融入适应 fit 的三态同形。我们来看看这个例句 The boy fit in well at his new school. 那个男孩在新学校融入得很好。Speak up 发声表达意见，后面常用 for 来接受词。我们来看看这个例句 We should speak up when we see something wrong. 当我们看到不对的事情时，应该发声。接着我们回到课文当中。
All right, so what can we do about this? If you do find yourself in a situation where people are doing something that you don't really think is good, you feel like you should join them, but you also feel like you shouldn't join them, what do? Well, it says, if you find yourself in a herd situation, stop for a second. That is very good advice.
Yes.
So a situation where, the group of friends that you hang out with, they're doing something wrong or bad or something that just makes you feel uncomfortable and, asking questions like, should I be doing this? Well, before you just go, okay, let's do this, even though you're like, we shouldn't be doing this. Before that happens, stop for a second, all right? When we say a second, this is a noun, and of course that is a measurement of time. There are 60 seconds in 1 minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a second. But when we say this in this way, hey, stop for a second, we don't say, okay, now what? I stopped for a second. Now what? Now I go back to work or I start doing something? No, really it just means stop for a moment. Take a short time. Take a breath. Time out. That kind of idea. Let me think for a second. Where did I put my keys? I'm going to think longer than 1 second, but I'm not going to spend all day trying to remember. I'm going to just take some time to try to figure something out or take some time to ask myself a question and think about what I'm doing. And that's what we're saying here.
Okay, so you take a second.
Take a second. Wait a minute. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm thinking. Go on, please.
Okay.
I'm thinking. Taking a second.
Then ask yourself, am I really this kind of person?
Am I really this kind of person?
And do I want people to like me more than being myself?
Do I want people to like me more than being myself?
Okay,
These are good things to think about.
Right?
Well, I think I would come up with the right answer and say, no, I'm not going to do this or whatever. Because, of course, yes, it's not always good to just follow the herd. Think for yourself. Just like our friend Tina. So let's follow the herd and go and find out what she has to say. But it's all good.
Yeah, this one is good.
This is fine. We want to follow her herd.
我们来看一下刚刚课文里提到的单字 second 名词短暂的时间 Wait a second, I need to find my keys. 等一下，我需要找到我的钥匙。接着我们回到课文当中。
Okay, so before we follow the crowd, we need to think to ourselves, are we really that kind of person? Do we really agree with this? Or are we just doing this because we want people to like us or we want to fit in, right?
Yes.
These are very important things to think about, and we will think about it some more when we go to part 2 of this article. So we'll see you then.
When you don't follow the crowd, you grow. You learn to be true to yourself and your decisions are your own. That'll make you a better person and not a sheep.
Welcome back, everybody. So let's continue with the article. When you don't follow the crowd, you grow. Okay, so when you grow, usually means to become older, but here it means to actually become better, right?
Ah, yes.
You change for the better. For example, I grew a lot after this experience. Okay, so maybe he learned a lot more, he became more mature, he learned, how to treat people or other things.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, things grow when they become bigger and taller, right? Children grow into adults. But when we talk about our personalities and our minds, we can also use your brain is not actually getting bigger when you grow in this way. It means you're changing, as you said, for better ways, right? An education can help you grow. Traveling and meeting other people from other cultures, other parts of the world. It helps you grow. It makes you a better person in the end. And as it says, you learn to be true to yourself. Listen to your heart and follow your own guide. And your decisions are your own. Absolutely. The decisions you make are decisions you made. You don't just go along with your friends. And also imagine if those friends and the decisions they make can get you in trouble. Trouble that you didn't really want to be in and you knew was wrong. But just by following the crowd, you get into bad decisions. What is a decision? It's basically when you make a choice in your mind, right? You decide something. That would be the verb form. When you go to a restaurant, you can't eat all the food in the restaurant. You have to pick something. I will have the soup and the salad and the cheesecake. Those are my decisions. Those are the things I choose. Those are the things I decided to eat. So when you make choices, A or B, B. That is your decision. That is your choice. All right. Well, here we don't have a choice. We have to go and see Tina. We must. You can't say no, but it'll be okay.
我们来看一下刚刚课文里提到的单字 grow 动词成长，它的三态是 grow, grew, grown. You grow when you face new challenges. 当你面对新挑战时，你会成长。Challenge 指的是挑战。Decision 名词决定。Making that decision was not easy. 做出那个决定并不容易。文法的部分刚刚提到了 be true to oneself, 忠于某人自己。True 在这里指的是真实的。我们来看看这个例句 It is important to be true to yourself. 忠于自己很重要。接着我们回到课文当中。
Thank you, Tina. So to make your own decisions and think for yourself, that'll make you a better person and not a sheep. Okay, so we really learned a lot today about not following the crowd and thinking more for yourself. Let's review the article and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.
Take care, everybody.
For some people, following the crowd is easier. Their desire to fit in is really strong. Also, they may not have the courage to speak up. If you find yourself in a herd situation, stop for a second. Then ask yourself, am I really this kind of person? And do I want people to like me more than being myself? When you don't follow the crowd, you grow. You learn to be true to yourself and your decisions are your own. That'll make you a better person and not a sheep.
我们来复习一下这一课的重点单字跟文法。我们先来看看单字 Courage 名词勇气 Second 名词短暂的时间 Grow 动词成长 Decision 名词决定。接着我们来看文法的部分 Fit in 融入适应 It didn't take Holly long to fit in at work. Holly 没花太久时间就适应了工作。Speak up 发声表达意见 I'm not afraid to speak up for myself. 我不害怕为自己发声。Be true to oneself 忠于某人自己。 Beth found it hard to be true to herself around her friends. Beth 觉得很难在朋友面前做自己。以上就是这一课的重点单字跟文法，那我们下一课再见喽，拜拜。
The Ren Yan Building at Feng Chia University is a modern educational and conference facility that contains various university spaces. Let's take the time now and discover these different parts of the Ren Yan Building. The Ren Yan Education Innovation Center extends learning outside the classroom, with opportunities for peer-to-peer learning anytime, anywhere. The center extends from the copper mining hall to the first and second floors of the Ren Yan Building. It has bright colors, adequate lighting, multifunctional furniture, and fast computers. The well-lit, spacious copper mining hall has reading material supplied by its two major partners, Linking Publishing and Commonwealth Magazine, which students can freely take and read. The Deer Hall, on the same floor, provides a space for rehearsals and performances. The building also contains two open spaces. The General Education Salon on the 10th floor holds many seminars. To satisfy students' educational needs, they can also submit lesson proposals to the Center for General Education. This allows education to extend beyond the classroom. A strong education begins with access to quality resources and a nurturing environment. The Ren Yan Building serves as a center where students can truly reach their highest potential.